Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, we need to discuss that cream that we formulated last week, which pilot the stability test and understand what we wrong.
Yes, I performed the stability test, which is a key analysis in cosmetic development, and I observed that the moisture separated after 48 hours.
That's the batch that we produce on Monday using the standard process that we always follow, right?
SAT3 is the formulation that included carbapol as a stabilizer and glycerin as a humectant.
I remember Claudia said, make sure the carbapol is full hydrated before neutralization, so everything seemed correct at that stage.
Yes, and later I said that TPH had to be adjusted carefully to maintain stability.
However, the results showed that the formulation was not stable, which is something that we need to analyze in detail.
All right, I'd like to know why the emulsion failed too quickly and whether the move formulation was properly balanced.
Can you explain where the missing process might have started to fail?
We should check whether the cooling phase, which is essential for emulsion stability, was properly controlled.
I would also like to know if the preservative system, which included parabens, was compatible use the formulation.
The supervisor said that the temperature had increased during the process.
And the technician told me that the mixer slowed down for a moment, which could have affected the emulsion.
Claudia, you told us that everything had been checked before production started? Yes, that's correct. And the supplier said that the moisture was stable under normal conditions.
So now we need to figure out what really caused the instability and go over the process step by step.
We can't ignore the stability test, which clearly showed paths separate.
Maybe the carapol didn't set up properly or the neutralization step was not completed correctly.
The production line, which is usually reliable, may have had a temperature variation.
The preservative that we added might not have been enough to maintain stability.
Alright, let's focus on solutions. Next time we will test each component before scaling up production.
We should repeat the stability test, which will confirm if the improved formulation works.
We also need to check out the equipment before starting again.
I suggest improving the emulsifier system and controlling the temperature more strictly.
And we should document everything so we don't make the same mistake again.
Good, thank you everyone. This is a problem that we can fix, and it's also an experience that will help you improve.